my channel. I am wearing clothes. Oh my gosh, this looks so strange. In today's video, I'm getting ready for the Beauty Swap or Sale event, and I also show you some of my tips and tricks to beat the heat and wear makeup, because we are currently going through a heat wave in Joburg. And yeah, I just wanted to share my tips with you because I get so many DMs all the time on how to wear makeup in this heat and beat humidity. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I want to introduce you to someone. Just hold on a second. This is my baby. Her name is Belle. Say hi, baby. Say hi. She just woke up, and she is the noise you're gonna hear in the background of my video. Oh, look at you, beautiful. And if you ever see scratches on my hands, this is the cause of it. So thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I really hope that you enjoy this video. Leave me a cool comment if you do, and please subscribe if you want to see more of me and more of Belle. We love you. Say bye. Bye. Oh. So firstly, don't ever forget your sunscreen, especially when it's so hot. I use the Photoderma SPF 50. I've been using this since I was in university. I absolutely love it. Once I'm done with my sunscreen, I like to go in with my moisturizer. I'm using the Glam Glow Water Burst Moisturizer. Now when it's really hot, I suggest using a thin moisturizer. Sweating a lot, and if you have too many thick layers on your skin, it is gonna cause your makeup to break up. Once I've moisturized, I like to let my skin sit for about 10 minutes, let the moisturizer absorb into my skin. My kid is making noise. Absorb into my skin, and then I'll go on to my foundation. So while I wait, I like to do my brows, and I'm using the Benefit Brow Conditioning Primer. Then I'm using the Brow Contour Pro, and I'll set everything in place with my Ready Set. Okay, so the reason why I like this brow combo is because the brow pencil that I'm using is actually waterproof. So when you're in the middle of a heat wave, you don't want your brows melting off. And also this Ready Set brow gel really helps your brows to stay in place the whole time. I'm gonna start off with the Put a Lid on It Eyelid Primer by Farm Cosmetics. You could use any primer, but make sure your primer is nice and tacky, so that you ensure your eyeshadow is not gonna slip and slide, and you definitely don't want any creases. So I just rub this onto my fingers and rub this onto my And then for my eyes, I'm using my Jaclyn Hill palette again. So the last video I did was the first time I used this palette, and now it's the second time. So I really need to use this palette more because it's so pretty. And if you guys have any suggestions or looks you want me to do using this palette, let me know. Or if you just want a review of it, just let me know as well. On my crease, I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution palette, and the shade I'm using is Almost There. So it's this brown over here, almost here. And I'm just going to blend out my crease. So what I mean by that is I take this color on this brush and I place it right on top, right at the edge of my other shade, and I just blend out and soften it out. And then to deepen up my crease and for my outer corner, I'm starting off with Misty, and I'm just placing this literally on my crease and just blending that into my mouth. Glitz and Glam just on the first third of my eye. And then for my lid, I'm going in with BSS. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Literally shukra. Using Berry Treasure on the outer. For eyeliner, I'm using my new Makeup Revolution eyeliner, and I suggest to try and use an eyeliner that dries completely matte, or set your eyeliner with an eyeshadow once you're done. So just wing out this liner. Raccoon eyes. So I definitely suggest using a waterproof mascara, but if you don't have it, what I'm actually doing is using a priming base. So this is the Photo Finish Lash Primer by Smashbox. So this primes my eyelashes, so just getting each lash, making them prime so that they look longer as well when you put your mascara on, but also it will just make your mascara last longer. My Colors mascara, and I'm going to use some Line Spring lashes. I'll get back to you and then we can move on to the face. One lash on, this lash is drying and I'm running late as usual. So for primer, I'm using my Kiki Beauty primer, and then I'm going in with my Professional by Benefit just on my T-zone. Now the Professional by Benefit is really good for the heat, and it also closes up that pore so you reduce any oiliness. But make sure before you go in with your primer that you don't have any perspiration or sweat on your skin. Wipe your face, well, dab it because you already have moisturizer, and then go in. I'm using my Eye Color Correct face palette, and I'm going in with the orange shade just lightly under my eyes, and I'm mixing the green and the orange to cover up all of these little spots. I don't get pimples except before a occasion or wedding or something I have to look good at. For foundation, it's up to you, it's personal preference. There's so many foundations out there that are long lasting and are made for, I don't know, the heat and stuff. So my favorite is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. The reason why I like this is because it does not oxidize on my skin. It's not as thick as like my MAC foundation, but it's still very full coverage in my opinion. The entire day. And because it's the Photo Focus foundation, you're not gonna get any flashback. And I have a feeling there might be a lot of pictures taken today, so flashback Mary is not gonna happen. For my concealer, I'm using something that I know is not gonna separate, it's not gonna break up, and it's really nice. So as you can see, I like to use very thin layers, and the trick with fighting the heat and your makeup not melting off is to layer. But when you're layering, they have to be really thin. So when I say layering, you need to be able to put your cream products or your liquid products first and then set everything with powder. That means set your eyeliner with powder, set your blush with powder, set cream contour, and then go over it with powder. And that just ensures that your makeup lasts a little bit longer and you can fight that heat wave. Another tip of mine is to just use your setting spray between each layer. So in a normal case, I would have put my setting spray after my foundation, I just forgot. But while blending out my concealer, it's perfect for me to go in with setting spray, and that will just help my foundation, my concealer, everything that I'm using last a little bit longer. Then once I blend out my concealer and it's dry, I'm going in to set this concealer, and I'm baking using the Switch Beauty matte powder. Really nice because it does keep your skin extremely matte. For my blush and contour, I'm using the Switch Beauty Bubble Blush palette, and I'm going in with Bronze Goddess on my cheekbones. just to bronze up around the sides of my head and down my jawline. So what I really love about this palette is that it gives you such a nice healthy glow without you trying to. I'm using pink dew, just a tiny bit of it, please. Moving back into my lower lash line, I'm using Gem just for a nice pop of color. And then for my highlight, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty highlight palette in Golden Sands, and I'm using Fiji, the cream highlighter, to prep the highlight spots. Oh, look at that contour though. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I've been liking to highlight right over here, so we might like, you know when I smile when the cheek starts, I really like that look on my face. The powder highlight, I'm just using my Kiki Beauty Rose Juice setting spray. Off with my MAC Saw lip liner. Then I'm using my Switch Beauty Ultra Matte palette. Actually, my sort of color I use Saucy, which is this color right here. It's basically the same color as the Saw lip liner. Definitely when it's this hot, you want to avoid any sort of lip glosses because those will come off the quickest. If you want to use a lip gloss, make sure you have a nice base spray, exfoliate your lips and all that jazz, and then use a base like this and then go over it with lip gloss so it will last longer. But for me, I'm just going to keep this matte look. The last step in my makeup application and the final step that's really going to help keep everything okay, all-nighter setting spray. Now this setting spray is super expensive in my opinion, but it's the best investment you will ever make because your makeup will not move at all. So let's just do that. I'm not putting it on my eyes. Alright you guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, please leave me a comment down below and give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see the vlog of the day, it's coming next week or it's up here. I'm not too sure. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.